49ers Deebo Samuel to miss couple of weeks with calf strain. Santa Clara, California already without running back Christian McCaffrey for at least the next 3 games. The San Francisco 49ers will also not have receiver Deebo Samuel for the next couple of weeks. Niners coach Kyle Shanahan said Monday that Samuel strained his calf late in Sunday's 23-17 loss to the Minnesota Vikings and would probably miss a couple of weeks. According to Shanahan, Samuel suffered the injury with a little more than 2 minutes left in the game. He told me he thinks he did it when he caught, I think it was the third to last play, Shanahan said. They had a blitz down in the red zone. He caught the hot route breaking in. He says he thinks he did it on that play. With 2:18 left in the fourth quarter, Niners quarterback Brock Purdy threw short to the right side to Samuel for a 2-yard gain. Television replays showed Samuel grimacing and moving slowly to the sideline, favoring his right leg just before the 2-minute warning. After missing 1 snap, Samuel re-entered the game and caught a deflected backward pass that went down as a loss of 9 yards on San Francisco's final offensive play before kicking a field goal. Samuel finished the game with 8 catches for 110 yards and 2 carries for -10 yards. With Samuel out, the Niners will be missing their 2 most versatile offensive players. McCaffrey is on injured reserve with Achilles tendonitis and must miss at least the next 3 games. When you lose real good players, it's always tough, Shanahan said. But it happens all over the league, and it's a huge part of this league and a huge part of this game. We've got to deal with it. For Samuel, it's the latest in a line of frustrating, short-term injuries that have cost him games throughout his career. Samuel has never played a full season since arriving in 2019, missing time with groin, foot, hamstring, ankle, knee and shoulder injuries. As it stands, San Francisco has a group of receivers that includes Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, Jacob Cowing, Chris Conley and Ronnie Bell on the active roster to fill the void left by Samuel. The 49ers also still have an open roster spot from placing McCaffrey on IR. Samuel was coming off a strong training camp and Shanahan liked what he saw from him in 2 games before the injury. I thought he had some real good catches, Shanahan said. Deebo had to kind of climb the ladder a couple of times and made a couple impressive catches, and I thought he played one of his better games versus the Jets, so I don't know if I'd say one of his better ones compared to others, but I thought he played real well. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp will miss an extended period of time with a left ankle sprain, Coach Sean McVay said on Monday. Kupp left the Rams' 41-10 loss to the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday with the injury. He is a candidate for injured reserve, McVay said, which is a decision the head coach said the team expects to make either Monday or Tuesday. McVay said guard Jonah Jackson, shoulder, and safety John Johnson, 3, shoulder, are also candidates for injured reserve. On Sunday, Jackson re-aggravated the shoulder injury that caused him to miss time during training camp. We're kind of running out of those injured reserve spots, and we're only into week 3 in terms of the return to play, but that is a possibility for all of those guys, McVay said. The Rams already have 2 offensive linemen on injured reserve, left guard Steve Avila, who sprained his MCL in week 1, and tackle Joe Noteboom, who left the Rams season opener with a high ankle sprain. Tackle Alaric Jackson will return from suspension this week. He was suspended the first 2 games of the season for a violation of the NFL's personal conduct policy. The amount of moving parts that we've had offensive line-wise has been wild, McVay said. And that's such an important spot to be able to get a rapport with the guy that you're playing next to. The Rams are already without wide receiver Puka Nacua, who is on injured reserve after spraining his posterior cruciate ligament in week 1. Behind Kupp and Nacua, the Rams have wide receivers DeMarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson, Tutu Atwell and rookie 6th-round pick Jordan Whittington. Kupp, who led the NFL in receptions, receiving yards and receiving touchdowns in 2021, has not played a full season since then. Last season, Kupp missed the first 4 games of the season on injured reserve with a hamstring injury. In June, McVay said he doesn't think anybody really understands the amount of things Kupp was working through last season. And for all 3 of those guys, you hate it because you see the work that they put in, McVay said. None of these are season-ending, But they are extended periods of time and every week is precious. McVay said kicker Joshua Carty is dealing with a groin injury, but is expected to play on Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers.